Welcome back to Be More Truthful, the podcast about relationships and everything under the sun. My name is Cornbread Capone, and today we are sitting with my homegirl, Miss Christina. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Kind of tired, but I'm good.
All right. Well, I have a few questions about relationships, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you can answer, you know what I'm saying? First question would be, why are relationships not valued today?
When you say not valued today, how you mean?
In the 90s, relationships had a value, whether they were friendships, dating relationships, or marriages. Today, friendships have no value, dating relationships have no value, marriages have no value.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, you know, I'm still a little confused as to how we got to this point. But I'll ask you, I'm going to let you answer the question before I go off. Because I can go on.
Well, just like you were just saying a few seconds ago, like, how relationship was valued back in the 90s is totally different from where we are now. We are now in 2023. It is totally not the same anymore. Because I remember back in the 90s when I was back in high school, period. Because I was in high school at 90 period. So, relationship is a little bit more easier then than it is now. Because back in the day, I remember there were times with a guy like you like that particular guy, you don't go say nothing. But if you bold, like I was one of the bold when I didn't care, I go walk up and tell you, say, hey, I like you. I'm feeling you. And see what you say. But if you say no, hey, I ain't gonna flip the script and be all stupid like they do now with the phone, you know. Yeah. I got dumb, so now I ain't gonna do all that. You know, if you don't like me, hey, somebody else may like me, so I go on about my business. But it's not the same anymore. It was easier then, it's hard now. And if you're single now, you wish sometimes you can go back how it was. Because it was easier. And women had so much more respect for themselves back in that time period. The way they do now, I mean, oh my God, it's ridiculous. Now women are doing men like men did women. Mm-hmm. It's not the same no more.
Very, very true. Well, question number 2. Who or what destroyed the dating pool?
Oh, it gotta go both ways. You can't just say all men, you can't just say women. I say both. Because I say both. Because men do women dirty, men and women both do people dirty. It's the same way. But women starting to act like men nowadays. It's kind of ridiculous.
Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate with this one.
Okay.
Men have always been acting the same since the beginning of time.
Yeah, true.
Regardless if it's right or wrong. Right. Men have been doing the same thing. But the dating market crashed when feminism became culturally acceptable and popular, and you see what I'm saying? And then they let the white girl be the person that commercialized twerking. Now you have every race of woman has a ratchet section because they have, they made ratchet popular. They made it a part of culture. Now they made it to where it's like, oh, if you're not ratchet, what are you doing? Almost. For, for certain people in certain spaces.
Yeah.
That's when when feminism took over, when you got, this quote unquote sexual liberation by women walking around dressed in a little bit of nothing saying that that's liberation, is when the dating market crashed. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, men were doing what they had been doing, and the market was the same as it was. It only changed maybe in the last 6-7 years, maybe.
Yeah, or more.
About that time frame.
Or more.
Okay, number 3. What is a good relationship in your honest opinion?
Wow, in my opinion. Well, a good relationship to me is when you're getting along with the person, you're not having no issue. It's not about what you bringing to the table, what you taking off the table. Compared to how it is now, a lot of women be like, "Well, what you bringing to the table? I mean, what kind of money you making? You know, they basing it on the men's pocket nowadays. It's not about getting to know them, their family. If they bring you around their family, getting to know that individual on a deeper level, it's no, it's so different now. I still have to say it's not the same. It's not.
Well, I got another question. Does unconditional love exist?
Oh Lord! Oh my God! No, you did not go there.
I did.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Back when I was younger, I used to think that unconditional love was a real thing. Now it don't exist no more. You wonder if people actually really believe in that still, because it's not that no more, and it's not about love anymore. It's about sex and money. That's what relationship is based on now, is sex and money. That's it. It's not about no love no more. If it is about love, it's rare. And it's rare finding. And people don't stay married anymore. You have more people that have been married for years and 20, almost 30 years, want to get a divorce now. I'm like, why? You stuck with it that long, you might as well stay pushing it. I mean, that just means.
Well, some people think the grass is greener. Until they step outside and they say, what did I do with my life?
Messed it up.
Because
you're looking at your single friend and say, I want her life. She get to go out and do whatever she wants. She ain't got to answer to nobody. She ain't got to cook and clean for nobody.
I'm not going to front. I mean, I understand why people get married, because you don't want to be, truthfully, we're not supposed to be in the dating pool forever. Truthfully.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand why people get married. It won't happen to me. And I've accepted that, and that's cool. But for other people, I see it declining. And the reason why it's declining is because, see, now we have all this information at our fingertips. Men are educating themselves and women are educating themselves. What I've educated myself on is the realities of life. Marriage is a business contract. What business does your heart have, though? I asked that question because I was under the pretenses that you get married out of love.
Yeah, me too.
People marry for money. People marry for financial security long term.
Right.
That's not love to me, because you can't buy love at any store in the world.
No.
So automatically, I have a problem with that. Then, let's take it away. Let's take the marriage off the table. Let's just say dating. There are women in this world who require a man to pay bills while they are getting to know each other. Not dating, not marriage. Just meeting, just gave you my number.
Yeah.
And expect bills to be paid. That's not unconditional love.
No, that's totally unacceptable.
That, excuse my language, that is whoredom. I'm going to call it what it is. They don't like to say it. They don't like it when I say it. But hey, this generation has normalized being a proud prostitute. Because I'm from the era where you don't pay for what you get for free.
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk free?
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep going because I ain't going to stay there. Number 5, in a relationship, who is the leader?
Wow. Who is the leader?
Who is the leader?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm from the old school way, and the way I brought up in my household, I always been taught that actually the man is the leader, not the woman. Because, you know, still today saying, if you go back and listen to the older people who are still here, you know, they're living like my mom is up there, she's still living. They say a woman's place is really in the house, not saying in the kitchen and in the bedroom. I don't, you know, you don't have a place to be in the kitchen or in the bedroom, either or, however you choose to be, but in the house at the total, because you got to take care of the home. If they have children, take care of the children, cook and clean, wash clothes, have a meal prepared for when he come home from a long day at work.
Now, you know, everything you just said is absolutely correct, and I don't disagree. But somewhere, there's some women who are going to hear you say that and say, shit, I wish I would.
I know they would say that. I know, I ain't gonna lie, I know they would.
And that's why things are in the shape that they are in now.
Hey, I'm just saying from my side of view, what I know. I mean, a lot of women be like, no, she tripping, she wrong with that. But hey, that's your point, I'm giving my point. I mean, open legs is not gonna keep a man. And having a baby by him ain't gonna keep him either, because as soon as you have a baby by him, he finds you pregnant, he might be there, but this nigga gonna be sick to doing out the door and looking at somebody else while you trying to keep him. You can't trap no man with having a baby. I'm sorry. I done seen it too many times. Not just from watching reality TV shows. I've seen it myself. So I'm like,
The reason why I asked that question is because our community has seen a role reversal with men and women. We have seen women become more masculine.
Oh yeah.
And men become
more feminine. True.
And that's why I asked who is the leader in a relationship, because a lot of people don't know who the leader is supposed to be. They were not taught correctly.
No.
They didn't have parents in the house.
No.
They were raised off the computer. They were raised off reality television.
But we got to remember, but not even only just that. You got to look at it like, how old is your grandmother? Do you have a grandmother in her 40s? And the daughter is in her 20s and she have a child? This is what it is right now in this area, this time period. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at a grandmother who's in her 40s, the daughter or son in their 20s, and they got children. And if they one, it's 2, 3, or 4. So the upbringing is not the same, but then you got the ones that in the 40s, depending on your parents and how your upbringing, like you said, it's not the same. Like my upbringing was different than most average 40-year-old that is right now. It's not the same no more. You know, the grandparents not teaching the children. It's true. I ain't lying.
Well, last question. With children watching, is it important for them to see healthy, positive relationships?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because children mark what they see. They are little recorders. What you are saying and doing in front of them, they're gonna go out and do the same thing. You got a little girl and you on TikTok with your ring camera, ring light and everything. You twerking with that baby. Yeah, that you thinking it's cute. A little down the line, that ain't cute. You're gonna have an old man looking at your son or your daughter, or an old woman looking at your son or your daughter and try to snatch your child. Might not want to hear it. I'm sorry, ladies. Hey, I'm sorry. But you are the eye of the beholder. You're teaching. You are your child's first teacher. The parent. Hey, I said what I said. Take it how you like it.
I mean, I agree. I wish that more women would say things like that, because, that lack of not saying nothing, that's a part of the problem too, because Black women suffer from not taking accountability.
Right.
For their actions, what they say, what they do, how they treat people, how they act in front of their kids. And all this plays a part. I want to ask another question. I mean, if obviously we are in a messed up situation as far as the dating pool and men and women is concerned. What is the solution to the problem? Or is there even a solution to the problem?
I have no idea with that. And I'm being honest. I have no idea. You can fix it, you can try, but people not willing to mean.
No, I mean, it starts with you. I don't think one person can cure the world.
No.
But if you live...
It takes all. It takes everybody as one, really.
It starts with you, though. If you live righteous and you live right, you walk the right path, eventually you meet somebody who's like-minded. Now there's two of you. Mm-hmm. If y'all procreate, now there's more of you. There's a new generation of you. But everybody's walking that righteous path. I don't mean to be a preacher. I'm not a preacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like it makes sense. If we logically sit down and say, hey, let's do right. Let's be right. You know what I'm saying? Is that, before we get up out of here, is there anything that you would like to say?
No.
No?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Well, I thank you for sitting down and talking to me about this, because this is very important.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
It's very enlightening, and we must do this again. All right. Well, on behalf of Miss Christina, I am Cornbread from Home. This is Be More Truthful, the podcast, episode 2. And like always, my people, like I say, peace and love, because that's what this world needs.